Welcome everybody to another short ride with the stud, and I hope you've been enjoying these. We're getting great response from all of these, and today we're going to take you to something you're not going to find anywhere else on YouTube, any other streaming channels. This is something that you're only going to find here on the ClassicContinentalWrestling.com streaming channel, and it is Gulf Coast Wrestling television shows. Just a quick explanation of what the Gulf Coast territory was all about. My father took me as a 6-year-old boy. We moved from Kingsport, Tennessee to Mobile, Alabama, and my dad opened up a territory along the Gulf Coast of the United States, basically from about Pensacola, from Dothan, Alabama, on west, into Louisiana. In the Alabama state to Mississippi, Alabama, big territory. He sold it 5 years after he had created it to some relatives of ours. Another 3 of the Welch boys, their names were Hatfield, but they were their Welch family members as well. The Fields brothers. The Hatfields was their real name. They changed it to the Fields, and they bought the territory, Gulf Coast territory. We're going to show a piece today from an actual television show from the Gulf Coast territory. I'm going to take a guess that this one is probably going to be in the 60s. These go back a long way. You're going to see wrestlers from back into the, maybe even as far as the 50s in these Gulf Coast shows. We have 12 of these in our series, the Gulf Coast television series. This one today is about 4 minutes long. It's part of one that's 40 minutes long. So there's a tremendous amount of video there of something, like I said, you're not going to find anyplace else, anywhere in the country or in the world. This one is going to be a 4-minute match. It's going to probably took place in the late 60s, early 70s at the latest, and it had Ron Bass in it. And it had Dutch Mantell, but it's so far back that Dutch isn't Dutch Mantell. He's Dutch Bass. He's Ron Bass's brother. And they have a manager, and they're wrestling against Rip Tyler and Cowboy Bob Kelly, who was a big star in Gulf Coast after my father left there in the late 50s. He was there from the 60s into the 70s, on into the 80s. Finally, in 1978, I bought the Gulf Coast territory from the Fields brothers, and that's where Southeastern Gulf Coast territory got its start.
Well, this bout has various rules. Nope, he didn't get to tag him. Did not get to tag him. Tyler did not get to tag Cowboy Bob Kelly, and now he's at the mercy of Dutch and Ron Bass, the Bass boys. And Bob Bass seems to be pretty well satisfied with how things are going right now, and well, he should be, because he's got 2-on-1, and now Ron Bass is using the rope to choke Tyler off in the corner farthest from you as you're watching. Boy, they're shooting right hands now. Tyler going to his knees. Well, we hope we can bring you all of this bout, because it promises to be a hectic one, as you can see by what's going on inside the squared circle. But as we said before, we have TV allotted time, and we may have to leave you. Kelly still has a hold of that rope. Now, if he makes the tag, then it's all right. Dutch won't let Tyler get to Kelly. Now, there's a legal tag right there. As Dutch Bass. Into the corner they go. Now watch the ropes. Dutch Bass using those ropes. I don't know if Big Red sees it or not. Dutch kicks Big Red. Big Red was trying to break. They do have that rope. And that's a noose, but Tyler gets away. There's Dutch Bass leaping into the corner. But Tyler was able to get away from him. Shot to the midsection, another one. And now Tyler gets between the legs of Dutch Bass. That sling, remember now, balls don't count at all. We were counting in the last. There's the Bulldog by Cowboy Bob Kelly, the old Bulldog hold that he uses so well. And Paw Bass is pulled down by Big Red, another Bulldog. That clutch that Cowboy Bob Kelly is using. Well, let's see. The winners in this submission match. Look at Big Red over there. He has Paw Bass right against the ring apron. And Dutch had had enough, apparently, with those Bulldog holds. Dutch Bass had had enough. So the referee.
Well, what'd you think of that? I mean, well, we went way back for that one. This on the Classic Continental Wrestling.com streaming channel. There's about 8 hours of these television matches from the old Gulf Coast. Some of the greatest old stars from the 50s and 60s, early 70s that you won't find, like I said, anyplace else. And I really appreciate everybody joining us for these. We're going to do some more of them as time goes by. We're going to get into several of them. There's so many, there's so much on the streaming channel that it's really difficult for us to just pick and choose. It's amazing what is there. And it's only $4.99 a month. If you want to subscribe, $39.99 to get you a whole year. And it's just loaded right now. We keep adding to it all the time. And really, really appreciate you joining us. And we're going to bring you another one of these.